It's time for a Destined Showdown. We've got set 4 here. We've got a bunch of brand new decks that use a new divine skill, the new destined ones. We've got Lever Dress here on the cover. We've got ourselves Alakalidia, Impeldio, Alden, and Lieshifel as well. One for every nation except Dark States. They get their one in set 5. Instead, we got ourselves a new Baro Magnus in this set. Let's see if I can pull one. So let's see here. We don't have any more box stoppers. That is unfortunately a thing of the past. A era, you know, that we can look back fondly on, I guess, but it is gone. So we just have ourselves here some packs. We're just gonna go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. So I guess we'll do the, I guess, because this one pack is still here. We'll start with the last pack of the, whatchamacallit, left side here and see what we've got. I honestly am really hoping to get at least one Baro, because I've yet to get a single one. So we got ourselves the new grade 1 for Impeldio, which is kind of nice. Girl eating burger. Love me a girl that eats burgers, I guess. Let's do it this way. We got ourselves here the rare, which is for Lever Dress. It looks pretty cool. And we got our first double rare here, which is going to be the Disparaging Demonic Husk Glaciolabolas. This just says, when this attacks, if your bind zone has 2 or more different triggers, this unit gets 5k, and you can Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. Which is okay. That is Omnia Grigio support. Got a lot of random decks I got supported here, so it's kind of similar to set 2 of, jeez, there we go, set 2 of the Vines, where a lot of random decks got 1 or 2 cards, which has been kind of the new model lately, where we just give every deck 1 or 2 cards and focus on like the main anime ones here. We got a reprint for Uncanny Burning, which is the starter for Baro Magnus, so that's how you know he's actually in this set, as much as my polls have said the opposite. All of the quick start deck bosses got 2 cards this set. This is the one from Marlene. This is a grade 2. This is a Baro card, which isn't so great. We also got the return of the basic energy cards. This one is going to be a Yuna one, who I keep calling Luna, which is, you know, alright. Each of the new destined ones also got an order, normal order. They all kind of suck, so we'll skip that. Wow. And then we got this freaking fraud here. We got ourselves Leave the Makeup to Me Ishma here, who is a Flamglam support card, but I really do not like her skill, because she says, when this is placed on rear, you Energy Blast frickin' 4 to search your deck or drop for up to 1 grade 2 or less Flamglam, and call it. And then this unit gets 5k, and if you search your deck, you shuffle. Then you can put her into Soul to choose a card with Flamglam in its card name from your drop, put it in the bottom of your deck, choose one of your units, and it gets 5k. So it's really just the first skill that's nice, because outside of the Vanguard skill, you have no way to really hard search out your Flamglam names, but this being Energy Blast 4 kind of sucks. It does turn off stuff like the discard cycler, so it does by nature make the deck more budget friendly technically, but I'd much rather the discard cycler, honestly. We got this really cute rabbit for Leonor in here. This card annoys me because art is really cute, but it is a brick, so it's 15k base, but every nation got one of these where it only can attack if you use your divine skill. So not even if you have a divine skill, it's just you have to have already used it, which I think is kind of obnoxious. We're gonna get this dragon here, which is the same thing. We got actual Spinal Marquise support here, which is actually crazy. We got the new ride line here for Alakalidia. This is a grade 1 for Geist, whatever. They all do the same thing, where you take the quick start deck boss, put it back into your deck, then look at the top 5 for the grade 3 from set 1. And that's it. Which I feel like they're all, decent. The Cristianos one I've talked about a lot. That's not great. But you know, some of them are at least playable, which I guess is nice. We got the new overcharge mechanic here with these cards. That's a grade 1, grade 2. I pulled a sneak peek, and it was literally the same exact thing, but then I pulled an SR of the card that they're for. And if I pull it again, I'm gonna be that'll be kind of crazy, because I already opened the box of these and I got another SR of Alicalibria. So if I get a third SR, then I might have to like take it to BCS or something like that. No, instead we're gonna get ourselves our first triple here in the Sky Leap conversion Vine Star. So this during your turn, if you have 2 gauges, it gets 5k, and if you have 8, this unit's drive cannot be reduced by card effects. Then when it attacks, if you have 4 more gauges and you did not do drive checks with a rear guard, you can CB 1 and do drive checks but -1. Then you bind this unit. So essentially, God, this is shiny. Essentially, you know, you get your gauges for Impel Deal, and then you get drive checks on this. And then if you have 8 gauges, you get 2 drive checks. Impel Deal gets 4 drive checks, so you can do a total of 6 drives in a turn, which is kind of nuts, honestly. Very excited to try out Impel Deal from this set. There's a lot of cards that a lot of decks I should say I want to build from this set, but I don't know if I'll be able to. This card I also really like. This is the demonic Dragon Mage Kyoko here, who you will see in a fight video soon that he goes really good with Varilla. He just says if your opponent's rear guard was bound, you give one of your units and itself 5k. Here's the Dark Stakes version of that card I'm talking about. Here is the Triumph Dragon grade 2. It's actually pretty decent. Our SR is going to be, of course, the most disappointing card in this set. This is Gravidia Winona. So while they were revealing the cards from their set, there was one Brankgate double rare that we didn't know what it was yet because it hadn't been revealed. And we were all expecting it to be Rotovisor support because the deck only got their first wave of support. And it turned out to be another Gravidia card. And we found this out after someone in overseas opened the box early and managed to pull this. So very unfortunate that happened, and then I also get it as the SR for this box. I actually had another box set aside to open for this video, but I was just mindlessly like getting ready to record, and I just took off the plastic for the box, which I know doesn't matter much, but I don't want you guys to think that I fixed the box or anything like that. And that's why it doesn't have the plastic. So I was like, oh fuck, let me grab another one that I had put aside for myself, right? We got this really cute bunny girl for Welsha, which is unfortunate because she will not see any play. She just gets 20k shield, which is nice, but she's Energy Blast 3, which is not as nice. Oh, perfect. Finally. Okay, so maybe this was a sign. Maybe that was a sign all along that I should have picked this box, because this is the one that gives us Providence, Disorder, Baro Magnus. Oh man, been looking forward to be able to pull at least one of these, right? Just so I can at least play the deck. Just one of them is, I think, fine for now, right? I can make do with just one. So this says, during your turn, this unit gets 5k for each Baro Magnus in your soul. Then it says, when this unit attacks, you counterblast 1 and perform all of the following to the number of cards in your soul. 10 or more, you draw 1, this unit gets a crit. 15 or more, choose any number of you and your opponent's rear guards and put them into soul. Then choose 2 cards from your soul, call them out and get 10k. And then if you have 20 or more in your soul, at the end of the battle, when your opponent would call cards to guard, they must call 3 or more. It's a very beautiful card. Effect could have been better, but it's a very beautiful card. I'm very much looking forward to getting this in SR, honestly. It's going to look so great. So, all right, that's already making the box a winner for me. If I can pull the what's it called? The Bladmeyer triple rare, that'd be kind of cool. We got Magnolia support, which is decent. We got the new ride line for Baro. So this is the Sanguinary Tamer. I'm just going to call it Bloody Tamer because it just sounds better. But on ride of Baro, you soul charge 2 and then call something out from your soul. This is the new Baro card 2. This is a replacement for the Keenly Ludley because Keenly Ludley is name locked. So this is Keenly Ludley, but has a grade 3. And it also says on play soul charge 1 and get 5k. So it has a higher base than CurlyHairedVanguard, and also you can actually play it in the early game, or I shouldn't say early game, but you can actually, you know, slap it down and actually do something with it, and it actually soul charges, whereas like CurlyHairedVanguard was kind of a brick, right? Because she doesn't soul charge, so you'd have to just get into soul, which sucked because, you know, if she got damaged or you had to like discard her for a ride, you just would not have access to her. But now you can very easily, you know, take stuff from your drop and put it into your soul, which is nice. So the deck is able to at the very least not deck out as easily as the one plus it has. All right, first FR is gonna be this order for like Olivia. The frame, I don't really like how it looks with the background, because the background is like this landscape, and this just kind of like stands out. This order is pretty good. It just says CB1, call 2 cards from drop, which is kind of strong. And well, there's the normal one, and then we're gonna get the Sarasol grade 1. They all do the same thing. So it's just, you know, put the quick start deck boss bottom of deck, search top 5 for the grade 3 from set 1, and then get 2k. Vanguard got some support. It was a bit questionable. This one is a card restrict little robot, but it is what it is. Here is this card that I'm actually kind of excited to mess around with. I think it's my first copy of it, which is crazy because it's a common. But this is Team Fighter Labrana. So she just gets grade +2 in soul. And then when she boosts, if you have a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, she gets +2k. And then you put her into soul. This is just cool for like stuff like Farmneil and both of these. So I'm very interested to try and play those decks. Ourselves a new marker here. I hate how much this looks just like the Dragon Tree marker, which I think, yeah, it just looks like the Dragon Tree marker, just kind of like palette swapped, which is kind of obnoxious, but it is what it is. This is the Infinity's Eyes marker, which is for lever dress. Gonna get ourselves the Alicia Phil grade 3, and then the counter charger for like Olivia. Okay. And let's see if we can, we haven't really gotten a lot of triples. And I feel like we've gotten a lot of doubles as well. Or we haven't, I should say. So we'll see if we can pull something nice here. So starter for Alicia Phil. Here is this random monster. Here's the starter for Alden. And here is the cyclers for this set. So here's our double rare, or a double rare. This is Cannon, Gun Cannon of Harmonization Beaming Blazer. So these all have the same effect for every nation. It just says in the front row, your opponents cannot, your opponent's units that intercept cannot use their auto abilities, and if they place something on rear, they lose all continuous and auto abilities. So what this really just says, if your opponent tries to use hostage, which is an order that's not called hostage, but the combination of it is it's an order that lets you guard with something, and people, you know, certain decks can recur PGs, so it can be annoying. It really hasn't been that big of an issue, but this will prevent it. It also prevents it if your card has a skill that says like I get Exciter plus shield. This would turn it off. And we're gonna get the freaking Stargate one as well. All right, mine is Baro. This box is kind of ass so far. What was my first trip? Oh, right, the Impaldeo one. Yeah, the Impaldeo one's all right, but yeah, getting the Gravidia as the SR. Oh man, that is kind of yikes, if I do say so myself. This is the same exact pack structure as last time, but hey, at least we got the system code Exceed. So this is a token set order that you use from Impaldeo. You get this from the grade 1 of the ride line. You cannot ride anything that's not Impaldeo, and you get gauges, which just means whenever you take damage, you choose a card from your drop and put it as your gauge. And if you have 3 or less, you if you have 3 or less auto mod gauge and it's damage check revealed something that's not a trigger, choose your Vanguard and it gets 5k. Then if you have 4 or less, regardless of if you checked or triggered or not, give your Vanguard 5k. So I'm just giving you a nice little defense buff. Oh yeah, there's lever dress. All right, I think I have 4 of these now. Destined One of Infinity lever dress here. So this is one of the new cards with a divine skill. So this has 3 skills. First one says Cannon Boss 1, choose one of your rear and one of your opponent's rear guard circles and put an Infinity's Eyes marker on it. So that's what this thing is. Then it says when any player's unit on Infinity Eyes marker attacks or boosts, you can have it either get 10k or minus 10k at the end of that battle. And if it's an opponent unit and they got minus 10, you can remove the marker and draw a card. Or I shouldn't say you can. you have to remove the marker and then draw a card. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can Soul Blast 1. Sorry, this is Divine skill. You can Soul Blast 1 and then choose 2 circles and put Infinity's Eyes markers on it, and this unit gets 10k and a crit to the end of the turn. So this guy's alright. He's been a bit, I don't want to say controversial, but the fact that in English we got the new form revealed to us already in the next set is kind of yikes that, you know, we hadn't even gotten this form and it's already outdated, right? Like the second I opened this in my hand, it's already outdated, which is kind of yikes about just how the English release schedule is compared to the Japanese. I think the thought process behind Bushiroad to an extent is that they expect the English-speaking community to watch the English version of the anime, because that premieres today, the English first episode. But that doesn't happen. If that's really what they think, that's kind of dumb. Because then it would make sense. But yeah, the fact that we're getting this and the whole Destined Showdown is done and we're on like a next stage of the anime and we haven't even got the last part of the anime set is a bit unfortunate. Wow. We're going to get a double rare here in the Drag Ritter Edil here. This just says when this is placed, if you have 2 units with the Overcharge ability, CB1, draw 1, Soul Charge 1. Then it says with Overcharge, if it's chosen by your Equilibria, this gets in a 10k. Ooh, we're gonna get a double hit here. Very nice. Really need to get myself some copies of this. Thankfully, I think I only need like 2, but I might try and get it in SR. So this is the Twin Pulse of Dragon. When this is placed on rear, if you have a grade 3 or greater with Vanguard in his card name, Energy Blast 3, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose a grade 2 or greater from among them, and call them to rear. Then if this is retired by your Varga's ability, and your opponent is grade 3 or greater, choose your Vanguard and gets 5k power. So it just builds board, and it, you know, it gives you a little bit of a benefit from getting retired, which is nice, but mainly builds board and deck thins, which is what makes this card so nice, because that's kind of just all Varga needed, really, right? But all right, we got ourselves last couple of packs here. There's still a chance I might get something crazy. Here is the Piquant Miasma. This is the grade 1 for Baro. It just says Soul Charge 2, give your Vanguard 5k. Here is a new Flame Glam Support Girl. You put 1 on bot to get 10k. This guy's crazy because he gets 20 plus K shield, but he's Olden. And then we got this sort of yeah, this box is kind of hit and miss. This is the Knight of Perspexity Catalyst, a Raziel card that's really not being played for Raziel, even after it gets its new form. So this is a grade 0. And this says when this is placed on rear, if you ever Raziel, choose one of your units and it's 5k. And if it's placed by the Vanguard ability, it's 10k instead of 5k. Then in the back row center, if you have a grade 3 or greater Raziel, this can intercept from the back row. Which is, you know, alright. It gets intercept and it can intercept from the back row, so you can technically call it in front if you really want to. But it's the kind of thing where like you call it out and it has no protection. It can just get bound by social doji, so you can't really use the shield, and then it's a 6k and you have to make space for it. But it is what it is. Not the best triple rare, to be honest. That could have very easily been a double, but they just didn't know. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with these packs. I might have to, oh man. Yeah, I have to use my teeth. Sorry about that. Yeah, that could have easily been a double rare, and I could have used a triple for something else, but it is what it is. We got ourselves another good video card. This is Gurvidia Ekbai. If you know, you know. Got ourselves the Skillful Entertainer, who's really cool because he's on play CB1. Put 3 from drop into your soul. Only if you have also guys, of course. But this is technically Gram Grace support, because if a grade 3 or greater attacks from the center column, she gets 5k, but it's once per turn, which is dumb and lame. Got ourselves another energy card. This time it's going to be Kyon. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. I like Kyon a lot. We're going to get ourselves this Bloodmire card that Bloodmire players don't use, and then we're going to get ourselves the Panzer Dragon, which is somewhat used in I Like Alivia. Got ourselves the second to last pack here. Here is the Divine Skill. Can't do anything. Here's the worst card of all time. That's how you know this pack is ass. This is the Cristianos grade 2, which is really dumb because she puts normal units back into your deck. You can't even put back PGs. And Cristianos does not want to put back cards into their deck. But it is whatever. Got a new grade 1 for Alden, new grade 1, or sorry, new grade 2 for Alicia Fell. And then we got ourselves a FR. Very nice. Oh man, that saves me the trouble of getting this. I don't know if I want this in SR, but I think I'll settle for FR. FR looks really nice. This is a new challenge. Del Estefio. This is actually Patrolka support. So when this is placed on rear, if you have Patrolka, you Energy Blast 3. Look at the top 7. If they're all either Patrolka or unique, you choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater from among them and call it. And then you can also choose an order from among it and add it to your hand, which is insane. But of course it is Highlanders, you can only really play 1. Then we got ourselves the last pack here. Let's see what we got. So, I think we're due for 1 more triple, but I could be wrong. We got random Bob Saga support here. Randos. There we go. We got ourselves the starter for Impal Dio, who looks sick as hell. I might use this in like a lot more decks. This card is really cool. This is Haunted Ball. You Energy Blast 3. Choose 2 cards from your drop, put them to your soul, and if you have 10 or more cards, your Vanguard gets +10. So it's kind of cheeky and Baro. We're gonna go our double rare here, which is the Egregious Dragon, and it's an egregious shame that this is our last card, because it is the Cycler from this set. So yeah, not the craziest pulls, not gonna lie. Could have been way better, but hey, at least we finally got Baro. So good old Bushiroad, making sure to put Baro in a box with a bunch of other not so great cards. Gotta love it. In any case, best of luck on your pulls. Take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one.